see me, hear me, and see the PowerPoint presentation. Well, there won't be much of a PowerPoint. And good morning, Adair on Periscope. We've got people on Periscope, which I'm going to try to manage the comments on. And then we've got obviously lots of people on GoToWebinar. Good morning, Petra. Good morning, Dorothy. Dorothy, I'm coming back to Ballarat tomorrow. For Business in Heels. I'll be speaking there. I don't know if you're coming along, but hopefully I'll see you there. Steph, good morning. All good. Excellent. I'll see you there. Oh, excellent. Good, good, good. My last speaking gig for the year in Ballarat here in Victoria. So I'm excited, and you can, even though I'm officially on holidays, if you like, or I've finished all my events, I'm still doing Christmas party events. So as you can see, the theme is Christmas theme, and this discussions are what are the kind of things, guys, that you're planning to do over this festive period, or perhaps over the last couple of months. So type up in the comment box while I sort of introduce this call, what sort of things are you planning to do over the quieter part of the year? When I started out in business 5.5 years ago, it was a very, very quiet period of the year, because usually I was coaching people one-on-one back then, and usually people don't want to be coached over the December, January period when they're with family, or kids are in what's it called, school. Kids are on school holidays. That's what I was meaning. And yeah, so what I used to do a lot of, and I still continue to do this over these 2 months, is create products. So develop manuals and just create something new that I would launch in the following year. So that was, I think, this particular time of the year is perfect to get something that's more detailed done around your business. And this year, instead of creating products, I'll be creating systems and templates, and bits and pieces that are going to get me to be more organized, even though a lot of you may think I'm already organized, but there's obviously a different level to it again, and get ready for hiring that virtual assistant so I can train them up with the proper systems to get it all done. Dorothy's just saying, finalize my lunch series for next year and develop some strategies for the year. Awesome, that's perfect. And Dorothy, you should think about, because I have been, guys, to Dorothy's lunch before, but think about how you can potentially even monetize them. If you do get speakers there, offer, well, every single one of them, is there something that a deal that you can make with the speaker that would also be a positive outcome for you as well? Because I know Francesca over up in Queensland, she promotes a lot of people and gets a lot of people to come along. And what she does then is obviously has some kind of like a kickback, I guess, referral bonus, or whatever you want to call it, when people sell their services or products through her program. And a lot of people in the past have done that model, but yeah, you just got to have it set up a win-win for everyone, and therefore it can work well for your life. So she's just saying, good idea. Petra's going to be doing product creation. Petra, I know I'm going to be ringing you this week. Petra, guys, was interested in becoming a host of our Brisbane UBS event. And I need to call her to discuss that now that I've officially last week finished all my events. She says, cool. And she's also saying planning of events for 2016. And literally, this is the time of the year that you guys should be planning your calendar of events. I have got pretty much my first 6 months really heavily planned out and mapped out on my big wall calendar, but I generally like to do the whole year. I just thought, okay, the first 6 months, and then around February, March, I will get into more heavily into the last 6 months of the year, because things evolve and change. A year is a long time. Like what you were doing at the start of a year may be different to what you'll be doing towards the back end of the year. And also product creation. Yeah, Dorothy said I should have got some from you for being good attending for, your workshops. Yeah, you will. That's something that you need to go up front with people, because when the decision, when you say to someone, "Hey, I want you to come. This is what I can do for you." So what I suggest, Dorothy, is think about what your model will look like. You need to come across really professional, organized for someone to say, "Hey, I'm going to agree with that model," because at the end of the day, it has to work with integrity, and that people are going to follow through on what that. Well, yeah, you say it didn't even occur to you. That's why I was suggesting it right now, because that was a good outcome. I mean, usually it doesn't happen as easy as that with my type of program. But yeah, I'm grateful that obviously Melanie came along to my brand masterclass, and so did Megan, and Megan has subsequently written a book. But I will only offer my kickbacks to people. Obviously, I'll talk about this a little bit. What I do, if there is influential people in other states, and I trust them, and all of that, and I've built up a good relationship with them, I will work out, if they promote me, vice versa, what would be a reasonable amount for me to say thank you through. So is there going to be some kickback or some bonus? So yeah, a media releases also from Petra. Adair says I had to had to leave Periscope. There's about seven of them on there at the moment, but yeah, sometimes the internet may not be working as well, so Periscope is crappy. So there's heaps of you here on the call today. So what else are you guys doing over this quiet period? So aside from us, we're finishing our pool, and I'm looking forward to doing some work by the pool, but it looks like it's still a couple of weeks away, and lots of approval of fences and things like that. Quiet, being fabulous from Petra. Yes, laying around and relaxing. Make sure you do enough of that, because I'm the achiever pattern, and apparently the achiever pattern, and I didn't know this about myself, as to why I would need to complete something each and every day, which is a good thing for business, because consistency is really king, as I always say. But apparently the achiever pattern, you have to achieve something. There's this deep innate need and drive to have achieved something that you feel is an achievement every single day, even if you're on holidays, even if you're on a weekend or something along those lines. Stuart knows this. If I go away and do something for like half an hour in the business, or to move me forward, that satisfies obviously one of my strengths and needs that I have. All right. And then, by the way, I'm only 20 planners from having sold all of the 200. So for those of you that don't know, because it's quite a lot on the calls, I designed the ultimate 2016 success planner this year. And I designed 15 pink and 115 black, which was a total no, in my world, because most of the people I attract are women, and the pink sold out in like 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. But the black's got 20 to go, and I think in the next few weeks I'll finish. I'll sell them all out, and officially they start being used tomorrow. So 1st of December, and that's why I've got mine, and I'm showing people on Periscope. I've started using mine, and filling it all out, and it's good. But I can already see that there's things that I'm going to be adjusting and changing next year. Isn't it the way you start using it and you go, oh, I shouldn't have put that there, or I should move this here and have it there. But that's all about the, refining it and getting it to a point where it's going to be not perfect. Nothing's perfect. I'm sure next year I'll have something else to say, but it's about making that progress. Petra says, great to be an achiever. It's growth. Growth is life. Yeah, I know, if those of you where I got my strengths from, and by the way, that's not my highest strength. That's my second highest strength. So to find your top five strengths, which is where I believe people should focus on if you want to build an abundant business, go along to Gallup Strengths. I'm going to just type it. I'll see if I can type it up for you guys here. So it's GALLUP Strengths Finder. Costs about $15, and you have to go through 177 questions, and you have a time limit. So I think it's something like 8 or 10 seconds. So you can't think about it too much. You have to go what instinctively you find to be the right answer for you, and then go question after question after question. So it takes a good 20-25 minutes to complete, and then you have this very thorough, I guess, unpack of what your top 5 strengths are. Now, there are, I think, over 50 or 60 different strengths that you come up with, and it is those top 5 that you will find where you will be most effective and successful. So Francesca and I did these strengths on each other because we think we are collaborating next year to see what we were both good at and sort of where our strengths lie. So in order to accommodate and organize those things. Someone's writing to me in Russian on there. So here we go. Adair, where can I find the webinar on best way to use it? On my YouTube channel, guys. So my success planner, I did a companion webinar on how people can use it and why I have put in things where I have put in them. So YouTube channel, go through the last for sort of 5 or 10 videos and you will find it there at Adair. Petra loves Gallup, and she goes, oh, yes. Petra goes, my top 2 are woo and communication. And actually, Petra, that was my top 1, woo. Woo, guys, it's WOO, means winning others over. And that was my top 1, and the second one was the achiever. And my third one, Petra, was communication. So as you can see, we've got very similar top 2 values. She goes, amen, sister. and no wonder, we were, we got along, or we clicked when we met over in Brisbane. And look, you're I guess a perfect match if you've got those strengths. Very similar to mine, almost the same, if you like. That would uphold the way we are at UBS, I would say. And I keep seeing lots of pictures of you, Petra, on social media, which is fantastic, of all the things that you're doing. Which brings me back to the social media tip, guys, because every time I haven't really run this to normal standards, if you like, as a coffee chat, because we usually open up with a social media tip, then we do our chit chatting. We kind of started back to front, and it doesn't matter because this is actually meant to be casual. But when I talk about social media and people with, I guess, the strength of woo that are winning others over, they're I believe they're good at social media, and they're able to share a lot about themselves and to engage others into what they're doing around their lives. So if you're going to model anyone around how to do social media, what to do to be more engaging with others, I would say watch Petra or watch what I do as well, because it does really, really well. Over the years, my engagement interactions keep growing, and model that. So or find some other people that you feel you know a lot about them, about their life, and see if you can see what they do and how can you reverse engineer that for yourself. So there's obviously so many different strategies that people do, but I believe if you like someone and what they're doing, work out what that is and how can you do something similar that is obviously with your own flavor. Don't copy word for word what they say, but have a look at the value that they add and how can you add that value through what you do as well. So what else? So how do you guys, all right, so I want to know, let's see, who here uses a paper organizer or planner versus electronic. So do you guys use like the iCal on your phones, or are you a paper person? And if you are one or the other, can you tell me why? Because I have been stuck in this world of I'm kind of stuck in the middle. I go through this period where I use an electronic planner in line with my paper one, because I can't let go of the paper one at all. Like I just feel like I can see and the reason I designed it week per view is so I can sit down and see what my week looks like. And also I know that writing is intentional. So by having to write in it, it kind of makes my commitments a lot stronger to myself. So that I'm just telling you my reasons, while your comments, lots of comments are coming up now. I'll read them in a second. But yeah, writing is intentional. I can color coordinate it. I know you can color coordinate the electronic one. And I've done, the only reason I've done electronic, and I bet you I'll have to go back to doing both again, but because my family can see it, and obviously if I have a virtual assistant, they would be able to they'll need to see it. But I really can't let go of it. I don't like having both because sometimes I forget to move one to the other, and I always write things first in my paper one and then try to update my electronic one. So it's been a bit of a mess over the last 2 or 3 years in terms of running both, but I've always gone back to just doing using the paper planner. So let's have a look what others have written. Dorothy has said paper, it feels more real. Adair says I use electronic now, looking to combine both. Yeah, let me know how you go with that also, Adair, because oh gosh, I forever am uh, uh, working out how to move from one to the other and vice versa to make everyone happy. But happiest, where am I happiest? I'm happiest having my paper one. Petra says paper, so I can see it regularly. Yeah, I like, you kind of open it. I think I handle my planner like multiple 10 or 20 times a day, if not more. Yeah, she says I hate sitting in front of the computer. Yeah, same here. Colin says paper planner, diary, and sync to phone. So I don't get what you mean by sync to phone, because you can't sync paper to the phone, but maybe you do it on the computer and then it syncs with the phone. That's what I'm guessing you're trying to say. Why reliable and works regardless of internet and computer. Yep, I think that you mean that about the paper one. Lorraine says, I'm a productivity specialist, so paper works best. There you go. Karen says, I have used electronic as I put the address in the calendar for getting to events, but the paper is very helpful for planning. Yeah, cool. And Lorraine says, you need the right diary though, and shown how to use it effectively, from Lorraine. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Colin, you just copy it to the phone. So you write it into your paper planner, and then you open your phone, you go and you copy things in. That's what I used to do, and it just I forget, because I book so many different things for each and every day, and sometimes more than others, and it just, to do it one at a time, it feels like I'm multitasking all the time. So I kind of go, okay, when I finish the day, I'll copy things in, and I've got the right intentions in place. It just doesn't always work that way. All right. So guys, just want to announce a couple of things, some events that are coming up. We've got about 10 minutes to go, so do keep posting up any questions, because I'd like to cover off anything that's business related around this time of the year, as to anything that you want to ask me and pick my brain on. That's open up for this discussion. A waste of time duplicating. Yeah, that's what I felt, Petra, that it was a waste of time. I always want to keep moving along. But the very last UBS event for the year is UBS Adelaide, and it's happening next Thursday, 3rd of December. And actually, we've got 3 or 4 people from Adelaide on the call right now, so I trust all of you will be making it along to the UBS live event. Let me just put the little link for you guys in the chat box. That will be a great night. There will be a couple of announcements, which are really, really exciting announcements. Karen saying yay and Dare saying I've booked in. So that's fantastic. So we ran the last two UBS nights for Melbourne and Sydney. When did we run them? Last Thursday. And Jane and Samantha did an amazing job. We had a Christmas hat theme, and that was a lot of fun. We had an amazing speaker in Melbourne of Rosemary McCallum, who I believe they were filming. So they might get that up on the internet and share it with people, because Rosemary is really a transformational person. We like to say that she's a mix between Wayne Dyer and Tony Robbins. And she's really transformational. I sat there and I heard Rosemary speak so many different times. And in the beginning, I was sort of, I've heard this stuff before. But then she got into, her element. She never delivers two topics the same way. And I started writing pages of notes. I was going to type them up and actually post them up. So I may still do that over the next couple of days, just to share with you guys what I actually had learned and what I heard this time. Because remember how we hear different things when we're ready to hear them? Well, this time around I heard lots of different things. So something that's really come. So congratulations, by the way, to the Melbourne, to the Sydney, Adelaide. Have an amazing time this Thursday. Looking forward to Colin and Karen, doing an amazing job also next year. We'll do some announcements around that next week. I'm going to speak to Petra this week, see what she thinks about joining in our group. Petra, actually, I know you're on the call. If you are free, can you send me a Facebook inbox message? We are meeting for our mentoring call, monthly mentoring call with the guys at 9:45 this morning. So 15 minutes after this call finishes, we're jumping on our mentoring call. If you can attend that and sort of be around to see what we do and what we talk about, that would be awesome. Oh, you're in. Okay, good. I'll send you a link, because it's a different program that we use to this. And come along, and it's actually, we're going to be able to see each other and all that. So I'll send you that as soon as we get off the call right now. So that sort of cuts down what I need to do. I'll send you a Facebook inbox. All right, guys, the last announcement I'm just going to quickly make is today we officially are announcing and starting to promote Bums and Seats Mastermind for 2016. So what's happening is I'm going to be running 12 full days of training and masterminding on how to fill rooms, events, how to profit from them, all of that sort of stuff. And I've already filled 3 of these because of my inner circle and people who came to my VIP marketing day have chosen to do this. So there's over 100 hours of training, and we've got 7 spots. So this mastermind is specific to events. So it's not just an overall, like, of course we're going to talk all things business, but it's going to be heavily focused on what events did you do, what are you going to do, how did you go with it, did you get enough people, how was your upsell, what was your conversion, holding each other accountable, sharing as many tips and strategies of what's working, what's not working, what should you do more of, what should you do less of. So we'd have 2 versions of this. We're having a live streaming version as well as a face-to-face version. So the face-to-face, it's only going to be 10 people in our home from 9 till 5 on these Thursdays here listed on the slide. And we're going to provide obviously all food. And first half of the day, it's going to be on a topic that we're going to educate on. So you can see the topics here on the right-hand side. They're in no particular order. They will be mixed up and changed up, like depending on what people want and when they want it. And this is going to be run by the live group. And the other guys who are live streaming from interstate will be able to be sort of like a fly on the wall, if you like, watching the training and learning from what we're doing, and also having a secret Facebook group where everyone can help each other and talk to one another outside of it. But obviously the support will be more heavily focused towards the live group, which is going to be physically there in the room, and the people from interstate, because there's a significant difference in the investment as well. The investment difference is probably about 20% of 20% at the live streaming versus let's say it's 100%. So of the face-to-face version. So if you are interested in something like this for 2016, we officially have, I think Stuart might be sending out an email this morning. We are announcing it, and basically we anticipate that it's going to fill very, very, very quickly, since 3 are already gone. So you need to Facebook me or email me an email below if you are interested in the Bums on Seats, either live streaming version or the face-to-face. Obviously, if you're only probably relevant to the people in Melbourne, the face-to-face, unless you want to fly in every single month from somewhere else. Cool. All right. So Jane has said, sorry, I've been quiet during the webinar. Nat, a phone call. Okay. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for this webinar. She listens to the recordings if she misses them. Oh, that's great. You know, yeah, always something interesting, always something different. We do try to mix it up and do various. Oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong button. Various different topics. Nothing's really planned for these webinars, guys. I come up, I start talking, and whatever comes out is the right thing that it's meant to come out. It gets my week started. You know, it energizes me, gets me to, you know, get into the zone, if you like. And I know that you guys sometimes have questions and sometimes have comments, and that's lovely. And every week we have something different that we're talking about, which, as you can see, if you go to my YouTube channel and find a playlist for all the previous coffee chats, you will see the lots of different topics that we have covered. I actually tried to name the webinar under the most, I guess, common thing that we've spoken about in that morning. Like random things come up, but then there's a theme that generally evolves through the morning. And today it's been about what are we going to do to plan, obviously, the end of the year and the start of next year, and how we're gonna do it, paper or electronic. What's your channel called? My channel is just under my name. So if you just look up my name and you'll find it. You can also subscribe. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but if you subscribe to a YouTube channel, every time if someone subscribes to it, every time you post the video, they will get an email notification that you have posted, that the person they're following or they have subscribed to has posted a video, and then you get a reminder, and you can go and watch those videos. So it's really a great way to continue putting out your stuff as well. So make sure that you have got a channel set up for yourself, and that that obviously you are driving people to it to subscribe, because the best way to get a result is to get people to follow the videos and watch them. And one day when the stars align, that can result also for business, in business for you. All right, so we're just about to click over 9:30. I always like to keep you guys on time, so to make sure you can get on with your days. I am looking forward to a busy first couple of days of this week, but I am officially on my break, if you like. I'll check in, obviously, the next, probably we'll keep going till about the Monday the 14th. We'll go a couple of more weeks, and then we'll have a good break, you know, and come back for probably later January with these coffee chats. But have an amazing week. I hope you have set up, or you're setting up your festive, you know, things around the house. We did that over the weekend, and it's been lovely to look at night. It's my favorite time when you put on all the lights and turn everything off and just stare at them. They're like so hypnotic. It's like staring at a fire if you're out camping. You know, it's so relaxing. So enjoy, have a good time, and we'll chat again next week. See you guys.